So you're planning on buying a house and you're starting to consider new construction? Well, in this video, I'm going to introduce you to the best-selling areas of Brevard County for new construction. So stick around. If this is your first time here, thank you for finding the channel. My name is Eric Larkin. I'm a real estate agent here on the Space Coast, and I help folks buy and sell real estate. And if you have plans of either buying or selling in the next couple months, I would love the opportunity to help. You can call me, you can text me, or comment below. All my contact information is also below. Let's get on with this video on new construction. There is a lot of new construction happening in Brevard County. As a matter of fact, the last 12 months, 10% of all of our single-family home sales in our MLS were actually new construction. If you look at the map, you can see that it's happening throughout the county from Titusville south, with the hot spots being the Cocoa area, which is Port St. John south to Rockledge. Melbourne has a lot of sales. Viera has a lot of sales. The city of West Melbourne has a lot of sales, but the king of all of our new construction sales is actually in the city of Palm Bay. So the city of Palm Bay had 860 plus new construction home sales happen through our MLS. And these communities were you were either in a homeowners association or the home was on a scattered lot somewhere throughout the city. The homeowners association is exactly what it sounds like. You have rules and covenants to live by. So do your neighbors. There's a fee to be a part of that community, and the HOA fee could be monthly, quarterly, or annually. The communities could offer a playground or a community pool, maybe a clubhouse or something to hang out like that. Could have basketball courts, tennis courts. It could be in a gated community. But one thing for certain, the homeowners associations in Palm Bay all have city water and sewer. So if that's important to you, then you should consider a homeowners association. The other option for buying a new construction home is on one of the scattered lots. Now these scattered lots could be in any one of the 4 quadrants in Palm Bay. They could be on the same street. They could be built all together. Your neighbors could be a new home. It could be 10, 15, 20 years old or older. And your neighbor could also still be a vacant lot. For utilities, it could be city water and sewer. It could be city water and septic. It could be well water and septic. And no matter what the builder is advertising or the MLS sheet says about this particular home in regards to utilities, the city of Palm Bay has a wonderful website that you can go and verify what kind of utilities are offered on any given lot throughout the city. And I highly recommend you check that out. If having city water and sewer is important to you, you need to verify it. So let's say you're leaning towards new construction in a homeowners association. The 3 big builders are D.R. Horton, Holiday Builders, and Adams Homes. So let's talk D.R. Horton. What they do is they sell a home that is, we'll say, is pre-designed. They have the community laid out, they have the lots all set up, and they determine what floor plan is going to go on which particular lot. They decide the finishes, they decide the colors, they decide the tiles and the cabinets. D.R. Horton will only release homes for sale once they're past a particular point of construction. Basically, when the foundation's set, the 4 walls are up, and the roof is on the property, that is when they release that particular home for sale. Once D.R. Horton releases the 5 homes in this community, for example, they're usually about 4 to 6 months out from being completed. So you know if you're in that community, in 4 months, maybe 6 months out, you'll be closing on your new home. So let's say you like the community, you like what they have to offer, but the 4 or 5 lots that are coming available for whatever reason isn't right. The sales rep for D.R. Horton will let you know favorite floor plan and the lot location. Let's say it could be ready in the next 6 weeks before they can release it. Your name will go on a list and will be notified when that lot starts coming up. And once it is released, you need to have your check in hand and pre-approval so you can go and present your offer. If there's nobody else that are interested in that particular property, then it's contract price. But if there's more than one person that's interested in it, you might have to go highest and best in order to get that property. D.R. Horton is using the same floor plans throughout all of their communities in Palm Bay right now. So if you like a particular house, you can check on their communities to see which one has to offer, and you can compare price points and availability to see what makes the most sense for you. Next builder I would like to talk about is Adams Homes. Adams Homes does things fairly similar to what D.R. Horton does. Once they have the community laid out, they predetermine what homes are going on what lots and what all the finishes are. and they wait until the home is 90% complete before they release it to the public for sale. So they do this to shorten the time from you going under contract to when you actually own and close on the property. It could be as quick as 30 days, but I would say anticipate a 60-day closing if you decide to go the Adams Homes route. Option 3 for new construction in a homeowners association is holiday builders. They do things a little differently than D.R. Horton and Adams Homes. What they'll do is once they have the neighborhood plotted out and they start clearing away and they're ready for construction, that's when they release the home sites. You as the consumer gets to choose your floor plan, you get to choose the location, and you also get to choose the finishes. There's also a longer time frame from the time you go under contract till you close because you're getting it at the very beginning. I would say anticipate 10 to 12 months out if you're going to be buying a holiday home. Holiday homes limits the number of properties that can be sold per month. Usually the communities have one associate that's working and selling that community, and they're allowed 2 sales per month, so 2 of the homes could go under contract. If you like a particular holiday builders community and they've already sold their 2 for that month, then your name will go on a list, and the beginning of the month you can get called upon, or you show up there saying, I want to buy my house. And if you're one of the first 2 people, then you're purchasing the property. So that's the general overview and procedures on how things go with new construction in a homeowners association with the 3 big builders. This is what happens with the scattered lots that are new construction that's also available for sale. The good thing is if you see it available and active in our MLS, that particular home site, wherever it might be in the city, is available for you to purchase. And it's as simple as showing up, writing the contract, providing your money, and then that starts the process. If it happens that buyer 1 and buyer 2 happen to like the same lot and location, then it could be a highest and best situation depending on who the builder is. Holiday Homes is still first come, first served. The other ones are probably going to get into a bidding war in regards to who's going to provide the highest and best for that particular lot, or you just choose one of the other lots that are available. All right, so time frame wise, if you're looking at the 3 big builders, if you're buying an Adams home or you like the Adams home floor plan, typically they release their scattered lots if it's on septic at 70%, but it's still that 90% completion when they release it for sale. So it's a shorter window for you to do the purchase. D.R. Horton is doing some spec construction and they like it when it gets to the roof on before they release it. But if you really like a particular floor plan with D.R. Horton and you pick out a particular lot, they'll be able to bring you to contract. But then it is still the longer process of probably 8 to 12 months in order for that home to be completed. And Holiday Homes is the same way, where you pick the lot, it'll be the 8 to 12 month process unless they're working on a spec lot, and then it varies upon where they're at in the construction on when they could estimate when the closing will happen. Also, going with scattered lots, you have more options. Besides the big 3 builders, there's probably 12 or 13 other builders that are also building on the scattered lot, so your options are open. So now all you have to do is decide, do I want a homeowners association? Do I want a scattered lot? Is city water and sewer important to me, or am I okay with one of the other options for utilities? I'm sure you're asking now, what's available for sale new construction wise and what's it going to cost me? Well, here's your breakdown. I've done my research for the active listings on May 25th, 2022, and on that morning we had 91 options for new construction for the city of Palm Bay in our MLS. Price range was between $250,000 and $694,000 with the median sales price of $390,000. 51 of these were on scattered lots, which means 40 of them were in a homeowners association. The size of homes ranged from 1,400 square feet to just over 3,000 square feet. And the price per square foot ranged from $165 a square foot to $250 a square foot. Inventory is constantly changing, either in the new construction or in the resale, so I recommend keeping up with things on a website. I've got a link in the description below that'll show you all of the active properties that are available in the MLS, so let me know if you like any of them. All right, so you're ready to buy. Here's some important things that I'd like to let you know about the entire process. Well, one, I'm a real estate agent. I'm hoping that you want to work with a real estate agent, maybe me. But if it's not me and you've already chosen somebody else to work with, please let that agent know before you call a builder or stop by a model home. Let us know that this is the route you'd like to consider. Let us be the first point of contact, make the introduction between you and the builder, because we would like to be a part of the process too. If you make that first contact or you show up at the model home without your real estate agent, there's a good possibility that the builder or developer is going to say, we won't work with that agent during the process. And by work with that agent, I mean, they probably won't pay us a commission if we're not a part of the very first contact. It could be as simple as me calling up the builder and saying, hey, Bob and Sally are going to be in town and they want to talk to you about this particular community. Do you have time on your schedule? I can still be a part of the process after that first meeting and helping you find your home. So as you go to contract, something that's a little different with new construction versus resale, at least here in Brevard County, with a resale home, the seller typically pays for doc stamps on the deed and title insurance as part of their closing costs. New construction in Brevard County, the builder does not pay for that, and that becomes a buyer's closing costs. So on a $350,000 home, it is $1,825 for the title insurance and $2,450 for the doc stamps on the deed. They will ask that you use their lender and title company in order to do the closing, and because of that, they'll offer money towards your closing costs that'll offset the cost for the doc stamps on the deed and title insurance. So you don't have to use their lender, but if you do, it could save you money on the closing costs and out-of-pocket expenses. Another difference to keep in mind between the resale and the new construction is the actual contract that's being used. For the most part, if you're buying resale, you're going to use what we call a FAR/BAR as-is contract. It's a 12-page contract that is fill-in-the-blank form. It's very standardized in regards to terms and conditions, and the real estate agent you're working with knows the pitfalls, pros, and cons of that particular contract. The builder's contract, on the other hand, is very specific. Each builder has their own sales contract. It has different verbiage than what's used in the FAR/BAR contract. And this builder contract is also very builder friendly. Here are two common examples that I've seen in the builder's contract. For the closing date, the builder gives themselves all sorts of leeway in regards to that particular closing time. They have act of God clauses in there, so if rain and weather delays the closing, it's built into the contract. Lately, because of the supply chain, they have verbiage that's built in there because of that. So it's a general area when things are going to close and not a specific date until they get the CO. On the other hand, if we're getting close to getting the CO and something happens where you're going to need to extend the closing out, that's going to cost you money. Another thing that's rumored to be in there is if the builder's expenses go up during the build, they could have the option of raising the price because of the increase in these costs. Some builders just flat out canceling the contract and relisting the home site for sale at a much higher price than what is currently under contract. For this reason, because of the complexity of a builder's contract for buying a home, I would recommend consulting a real estate attorney. So that's what's happening with the new construction market in the city of Palm Bay. If you have an interest of moving into the Palm Bay area, whether it's with new construction or resale, I would love to have the opportunity to meet. You can call me, you can text me, you can comment below. If you prefer to find me on social media, I am on all these platforms. You can find me there and send me a direct message. However you like to communicate, I am great with. And if you stuck around this long, you probably like what you're seeing. If you haven't done so already, I recommend you hitting that subscribe button. I'm also queuing up 2 more videos for you to watch next on the city of Palm Bay. My name is Eric Larkin. I'm with Real Brokers here on the Space Coast. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you on the next show.